Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone to my YouTube channel, Testimony Praise Report. My name is Tiffany, and I'm here to share the goodness of God and give you my testimony of me having COVID pneumonia. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment on this video. I really will appreciate it. So, as most of you know, I was hospitalized for COVID pneumonia, and I just want to give you, this is part one of my testimony of praise report, because I was hospitalized for 99 days. So it was in the beginning on December 18, 2021, my daughter Chardonnay got a test back result of being positive. I started getting symptoms on the same day, but my symptoms was just like a little cough here and there, and but most of the part I didn't think I had it because I just had like a little cough. But then I went and got my test done for COVID, and it came back inexclusive, so I felt like I didn't have it. But let me just go back a little bit. In the beginning, when the COVID vaccine came out, I was really leery about getting it. And I can't even explain to you why I wouldn't get it. But now I know it was the enemy stopping me from getting it. A lot of people that I knew had got the vaccine, COVID vaccine, and everything was fine. But for me, it was just like something just stopping me, and I know now that it was the enemy stopping me from getting the COVID. My best friend / sister, Sonia, kept saying, "Tiffany, get the vaccine. You need to get the vaccine because you do have underlying issues," which I do. Like I have a heart condition, I had high blood pressure, and so forth. So. But I just was so like, no, but she kept badgering me to get it. And I feel that God was telling her something, unconsciously telling her something, because she kept badgering me about getting this vaccine. So finally I gave in. I said, okay, I'm gonna get it. When I said, okay, I'm gonna get it, I end up contracting the COVID vaccine. That's another thing, saying that the enemy was at me, trying to attack me. So on December 24th and December 25th of 2021, I came down with a fever. December 28th, I started feeling really weak. I was so weak to where I could barely get myself up out the bed to go to the restroom. Mind you, I was taking like the vitamin C, the elderberry, and all that everybody was saying, to take to help you with the COVID. But that wasn't helping me. I started getting really weak, so weak. On December 29th, I was admitted to the ER. My oxygen was very low. My oxygen levels was low. It was like when the ambulance came, it was like 52. Then they took a COVID test. They took an x-ray. And I'm in the ER just laying there just thinking to God, like, God, I don't know what's going on, but I just want you to heal me. But in the time, they started just hooking me up to all these different machines and everything. But they came back in the ER and said, she has pneumonia. They never said I had COVID, but they said pneumonia. So I'm going to tell you how the enemy works. He got into the hospitalist. I seen it. I seen him. His eyes turned black. And he came to me. He whispered in my ear. And he said, I'm treating you for COVID. And I just turned away from him and screamed, Jesus. And he walked out the room. But he came back and he said that we're going to have to put you on a ventilator because we're giving you most of your oxygen. I think I can't remember what the level was of oxygen that they was giving me, but it was high because I really didn't, my oxygen was so low. And I kept saying, I'm not going to get on no ventilator. And he kept saying, if you get on a ventilator, you can't, it's no coming back. And I was just like, in tears and crying. So On the 31st, they admitted me to December 31st, 2021. They admitted me to the ICU. I was on a breathing machine and on a mask, because my levels were like 85, and I was on like 40 liters of oxygen. They said I didn't have no fluids or no collapsing or fluids on my lungs, but I did because I had pneumonia, so I was kind of confused with that. My levels was high, like they was at 96 at that time because I was on the mask and on the oxygen. Then they told me that I might have to be intubated. I believe that's how you pronounce it. But I was aware, and I was still like weak. I was just laying in the bed, and they wanted me to do different kind of exercises and stuff like that and lay on my stomach, but I couldn't lay on my stomach because they said to lay on my stomach for my lungs to open up, for my lungs to open up. I guess that's what, when you have COVID, you have to lay on your stomach. But because I have chronic back pain and back issues, it was like my back was breaking in half, and I just couldn't lay on my stomach. So my daughter, Natalie and Chardonnay, they would call up there, and I stopped answering the phone, and I wouldn't answer, but so they would call and talk to the nurse, and the nurse was telling them, yeah, but she's not doing her exercise. She keep telling us to get out the room. She won't do her physical therapy. She won't move around, because I couldn't. I was so out of it. You just don't understand when you have underlying issues like I did. Like I said, I had a heart issue. I had chronic asthma. It just really attacked me real bad. And then on top of that, with the pneumonia, I was just so weak. And then they was giving me all this medication. So I just want to let you know that if you have any family member that's going or have COVID pneumonia and be admitted to the hospital, family needs to be there with them, because it was my family and my best friend / sister who pulled me through with prayers, having everyone pray for me. The family, that's when you need to come together and be there for your loved one, because that family is going to help them through. So on January 1st, my oxygen level was like 90s, and I had my daughter made a journal, so I'm trying to read her writing. I'm sorry. So I was moved to a nebulizer mask because I guess the CPAP wasn't working. On January 3rd, 2020, this would be 2022 because it was in January 3rd, 2022, my oxygen levels was going down, but the concern was that I was not getting out of the bed and doing the exercises that they wanted me to do, like I mentioned, but I was just so weak I couldn't do it. January 4th, I was feeling a little better, and through that I was moved to move me out of the ICU. On January 5th, I wasn't answering the phone. So my daughter then was calling and I wouldn't answer. My best friend was calling and I wouldn't answer. I was out of it. I couldn't answer the phone. Like, they was coming in there so much, giving me so much medication and pulling on me and doing all kind of things. Once I did get rest and they was not coming in there, I just didn't want to move anymore to like even try to answer the phone or even talk to anyone. January 6th, it turned into, my daughter talked to the nurse and she told her that my oxygen levels was good, but I was still to wear the mask. On the 7th, I didn't answer the phone on January 7th. And January 8th, I didn't answer, but they talked to the nurse and they stated that my vitals, my heart rate, blood, and pressure was good, but I was still refusing to move. So when you have COVID, you have to move. They want you to move around because they don't want it to settle in. They want you to do exercises and turn on your side and different sides, and turn on your stomach, be on your stomach, get up, go to the restroom, do these different exercises and breathing exercises that they ask you to do. But for me, I was so weak, I couldn't do them. On January 11th, I got sedated. And that night, my oxygen levels was in the 80s. They started the CPAP machine at 9 a.m., I'm sorry. The CPAP was going well. My oxygen levels was in the 92s through the 93%. 6 p.m., my oxygen hasn't been maintaining. My oxygen wasn't maintaining. I started in the 80s with 100 oxygen on the CPAP. And then they told my daughter that I had to get intubated and a ventilator. So day one, they started me on the ventilator. They put me on the ventilator, which was on January 11th, 2022. So with that being said, the only thing that I remember during that time was being in the ER, not answering the phone. I called my pastor and my best friend because they kept saying they was gonna put me on the ventilator, and I kept telling them I didn't want to be on the ventilator. So we prayed. Then I talked to my daughters. That's the last thing I remember. And I'm so glad that my daughter did this journey so I can go day by day and let you all know my testimony of what I went through with this COVID pneumonia. I just want to stress to anyone out there, if you have not got vaccinated, please do get vaccinated, because you do not want to go through what I went through. This is only part one of my testimony, the beginning of me going through COVID pneumonia. I will be coming back on again to give you part two of my testimony of what I went through. This is nothing to play with. I'm telling you right now. And God put this on my heart to start this page because he wants to get the glory. And as you can see right now, I'm sitting here with you all, talking to you, so you know God brought me through. It wasn't nobody but the grace of God. And I am so grateful and thankful. I am still on oxygen. I'm home now, but I'm still on oxygen, just 2 liters, and I'm still recovering. But as I like to iterate again, if you never receive the vaccine, please get the vaccine, because this is nothing to play with. Thank you for watching. Again, please subscribe, share, comment, and like. And remember, you are loved. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.